So it's been a while since I've done this, you know, I thought it'd be a good time to have a look back at all the special figures that they've copied, all the special convention figures of superhero lines that they've copied so far, and just to put them all together so you can see them. Let's go with Marvel first because there's less of them than DC. So one of the oldest ones to get copied, and one of the first ever sort of really rare figure was Iron Man, a comic book version. This is, you can see the thick arms there, this is Xingyon. This is version 2 of Xingyon. So the print is slightly better than the first version, and you can see it has like normal straight sort of Lego legs. And the print is pretty spot on. This one still came with an actual Iron Man helmet, but I took the helmet off from him because the official one doesn't have that big helmet on him, plus the helmet's already printed on there, and plus I use those helmets to, you know, use them to do other custom stuff. So one of the first ones to get copied very early on was the Comic-Con Iron Man. I'm pretty sure the back is, I don't think the back's accurate, but that's the back that they went for. So either way, here's a version of Iron Man that that you can own from the bootleg. This is Xingyon. Next we have comic book Captain America. You can see also has the weird arms because it's Xingyon again. Let's come with a shield. Official one did not come with a shield, but you know, might as well let them keep this shield. There's the back. I think the back is accurate. So there he is again. Apart from the thick arms, it's a pretty good copy of the official thing. Here's another one of the older ones to get released. Copy of, I think it's the Amazing Spider-Man suit. It's got dots all over the suit. This one is Deku with the sharpish shoulders, but the rest of the shape is pretty accurate. And the print here is actually pretty good, not bad at all. So yeah, another one of the oldest ones to get copied. That's the Deku version. One of the more recent ones to get copied is Phoenix. This is the Xingyon version. Deku also made their copy, but I decided to keep the Xingyon one because Xingyon has overall better print. See, I did keep the Deku head because the head has the second face print, so I kept that. But the rest of it is Xingyon. So this was a more recent copy. The Deku one was also quite recent, but the Xingyon ones are like the last two superhero waves that they did. And finally for Marvel, here is the Collector. This is the Deku version. I don't have a quite perfect face, so I'm trying to find another one. But here he is. Back's there. Back print is decent enough for a copy. So overall, it's not too bad, but it's not the best copy. So the thing with Deku is with most of these you gotta go through quite a few to get one that's quite right. Now I'm not gonna include some of the other ones like the second Rocket Raccoon because he was also released in a little poly bag set that you can get quite easily. Also not gonna include the Amazing Spider-Man Electro because that one was actually given out in a little poly bag as well, so it wasn't exclusive to a convention because all these exclusive ones coming from convention always have like a special packaging and they're not released anywhere else, but those two were, so I'm not going to include them. We move on to DC now. The oldest one to get copied, I think, yes, I think it's this one, was the black suit Superman. This was seen in the Man of Steel movie. I think you'll see when he was in the little hollow vision room that Zod was saying, "Join us, I'll put you in this room full of dead skeleton heads." This is of course Xingyon. So far only Xingyon's copied this. Black suit, Man of Steel. This is version 1 that has the weird legs. I am tempted to find a version 2 somewhere with the square legs to make it a slightly better figure. Here's the back, which is very nice and shiny and silvery. You can see after all this time, I have only kept these on display, so I haven't like played around with them, but the print has stayed on pretty well. One of the second oldest ones to get copied, of course, is another Superman character. It's a Bizarro. We had a Superman and Batman wave quite early on. So the S is on the wrong way around. The S is correct, which shouldn't be correct. So Next wave of Shinron SuperHeroes does have Bat's arrows, so you can pair that up with him. Again, this is a first edition leg, but I can easily swap this with just plain blue legs, official leg or something, because you know, this isn't, the legs aren't printed, unlike the Man of Steel suit. And the next one that was quite old, that was copied, was a Green Lantern. This is a Shinron one, and this is the Deku one. The Deku body is a bit more accurate to the official, but the head's just kind of really crappy. So, and the Shinron one, the head's a bit better, but so that's why I don't know which one to keep. But both of them look different enough that I've kept both. Back print is pretty much identical, but of course, Deku does have the back face print. Face. So, I'll just Shinron one. I think the coloring. I mean, overall Shinron is nicer print, so I'm gonna put him on in the front there. At the Deku one, just next to him, a bit behind, maybe. Yep. Okay, next one that was quite old, that was copied, was Shazam. You can't call him Captain Marvel anymore. This is the Deku again, and there's the back face. Face. That's the front. I think the coloring's a bit dark on his chest, but otherwise he seems okay. The head's a bit off. I think the size, scale of the head's a bit off. And here's the back print. So, I mean, still overall pretty decent. If Shinron was to do one, I'd probably swap the bodies. Okay, slightly more recent now. We have a Shinron Green Arrow. Deku also did this, but I decided to keep the Shinron one because the back was actually printed slightly better than the Deku one. Now, obviously, you can get a Green Arrow, and his body and head is the same. However, the leg and the green hood is exclusive to the Comic-Con of convention one, so that's why he's still here. But which means this isn't quite essential. If you're not too bothered with Green Arrow, always with the hood down and just plain green legs, then you're okay. But if you're like me, you just want something to, you know, just like in the one of the exclusive figures, then this is still something to pick up because he does have, like I said, the printed legs and the green hood that goes up there. I don't think the green hood is easy to come by, so that's a quite unique piece. And I like Green Arrow right now, so you can go close to the center. Next thing that was copied, this is the Shinron one. Deku also copied this, and I think I should have, whoops. No, I've kept, the arms look a bit, I've kept, yeah, I kept the Deku one. Shinron is bringing one out soonish, I think. So his helmet is quite tight, but there he is without the helmet. There he is. The printed legs and all. Print is actually not too bad on this guy. Here's the back. By the way, with all of these, I always have like more than one or something, so I keep the best one. Happy Batman, apparently. So that's one. And finally, the most recent one that's copied is the first ever Comic-Con Batman Dark Knight suit that was released on a little newspaper back. This is the latest one to get copied, and it's pretty much a Shinron, but it's a perfect spot on. This was released in an actual build set, so it has normal Lego shaped arms, it has normal Lego shaped legs, heads and everything. It's only different in shape is the inside torso has slightly different shape, but otherwise than that it's the same. Of course, still no back head print, but overall this is the only unique piece in that figure is the torso, and this is a perfect copy of that torso, and I really like this figure. Let's try to get this in a good zoom. There we go. So yeah, like I said, only Spider-Woman, that's a completely exclusive figure, has not been copied by Bootleg, and hopefully, I hope that doesn't last too long and you finally get, you know, an easy way to get that figure. Now, if you got all of these figures by official means, yeah, it's going to cost you a complete fortune. Unless you're just one of those who was really lucky to win them in the raffle every time going to a convention. But then going to a convention is also quite expensive as well, so you're going to factor that in. But yeah. Seriously, for all of us out there, who, especially when we don't even live in America and we have no chance of getting these figures, I mean, Lego isn't even selling these figures to you, and the only way for you to buy it are of people on eBay trying to make ridiculous amount of money on a tiny piece of plastic. Plus, if you get a figure like that, you're not going to play with it, because if you damage it, you're damaging a figure where they cost you £500 to get, which is like maybe $800, $900 to get in US dollars, and like, why you wouldn't play with that? Whereas the bootlegs, all these average to about 7 Hong Kong dollars each, which is like $1 US or like half a pound. So yeah, and these I'm definitely gonna play with. And all these figures, obviously, I would be really happy if I had the official Lego one. That'd be great. But look, honestly, there's no way I'm gonna get this. The only Comic-Con thing that I got was Unikitty, and that was such a, I was standing at the shop for ages thinking, and I have that in my packet. It wasn't the most expensive one. Like, it was still in sort of sensible pricing for aftermarket sales. But all of these superhero stuff, which go for way higher than that, just no way I'm gonna get. Even if I get filthy rich, I'm not gonna buy it, because there's a lot better places to spend money than on a little plastic figure like this. So yeah, overall, this is a pretty good collection of figures that you can get throughout the past year and a half, and it's great that they've managed to overall capture most of the special figures. The older ones aren't too accurate, but all the new ones are fairly good. The one that really misses is Shazam, Green Lantern, and Bizarro. Bizarro has the wrong S. I think I kept the Deku head for Bizarro. No, I didn't. Yeah, Deku didn't have Bizarro. So so pretty much I'm still missing the back of the Bizarro head. Green Lantern just don't look right to me, both of them, but the closest thing we have to that version. And the Shazam's head looks a bit weird, but other than that, all the rest of them are pretty good representations and copies of the official thing. So just wanted to do this video and have a quick look back at all of the convention exclusive figures. I was almost tempted to put the Batman Begins suit in there because it comes in such a big set, but oh well. And you can bet that the bootlegs are going to copy the helicarrier figures that you get in that set, so stay tuned for that, I guess. So yeah, tell me what you think of these Comic-Con figures, official or bootleg, and tell me which ones you got. Just overall, how do you feel about these rare figures that have been copied so far? Subscribe, suggest, and comment below, and of course, take care and have a nice day. Bye.